They don't tell you this, but silence isn't always God's absence. Sometimes it's God's construction site. You've been praying the same prayer for months, maybe years, and nothing seems to be moving. So you've started to wonder, is God even listening anymore? Here's the truth nobody hands you in Sunday school. Your prayers aren't failing. They're being answered in a way you haven't been trained to recognize. Let's uncover the 7 signs that prove it.
Number 1. The timeline keeps stretching with no explanation. You check your phone, you check your heart, you wonder what's taking so long. That's not delay, that's development. Joseph waited years in a pit, then a prison, before he ever stood in a palace. Scripture says, wait for the Lord, be strong and take heart and wait for the Lord. In plain English, waiting isn't wasted time, it's strength being built in you while you can't see it. God doesn't rush what he's building to last. You felt that. You just didn't have a name for it. Number 2, the door you wanted keeps closing. You knock again, it stays shut. That's not rejection, that's redirection. Paul tried to preach in one region and the Spirit stopped him. So he went to Macedonia instead, right into the plan God actually had. That closed door led him exactly where he needed to be. A closed door is still God's hand on the knob. Number 3, you feel more desperate, not less. The ache gets heavier before it lifts. That's not weakness, that's the Spirit deepening the ask. Hannah wept before the Lord so hard the priest thought she was drunk. And that raw, desperate prayer became the one God answered in full. Desperation is prayer finding its real voice. Maybe that's you right now. Still here, still asking. That's not failure. That's faith refusing to quit. Number 4, the answer keeps changing shape. You asked for one thing and received something you didn't expect. That's not a mistake. That's a substitution only wisdom can make. Paul asked 3 times for a thorn to be removed. God didn't remove it. He gave him grace instead, saying his power works best in weakness. You might be thinking, but I wanted the thing removed, not a lesson in grace. Fair, but grace has carried more people through more storms than the removal ever could have. Sometimes grace looks nothing like what you asked for, and everything like what you needed. If even one of these has been quietly true for you, comment the word waiting below, because someone else scrolling right now needs to know they're not the only one still holding on. Number 5, people around you seem to be moving faster than you. Promotions, marriages, breakthroughs, and you're still standing still. That's not neglect, that's a different clock. David was anointed king as a boy and didn't sit on the throne for over a decade. God's timing has never once been late. Number 6, you find yourself praying about the same thing differently now. Less demanding, more surrendered. That's not you giving up, that's you growing up. Jesus himself, in his hardest hour, prayed, "Not my will, but yours be done." A changed prayer is still an answered one. Number 7, peace shows up before the change does. Nothing around you is shifted, but something in you has settled. That's not denial. That's the answer arriving before the evidence does. Daniel slept peacefully in a den of lions the night before his deliverance ever came. Peace is the receipt before the package arrives. So here's the real question. What if the thing you called silence was never silence at all? What if it was God moving in ways too patient and too precise for you to notice in the moment? What if every one of these signs has already been happening in your life and you just needed someone to say it out loud? This is only the beginning of what happens when you stop timing God by your clock and start walking by his. Stay near. There's more waiting to be uncovered.